Okay, we're in Aldi. So this is the stuff from last week. Okay. I don't really know what to say about what they got this week. It's a little weird. So they have these sunglasses, um, planners, detergent. Detergent. They have these cabinet organizers. So these are for your lids. To organize your lids. I have one of those already. Stacking shelf. What's this over here? Yeah, this is another lid thing. I feel like they had that last week too, I'm not sure. Anyways, they have these kid comforter sets. They have a sofa covers for $18. They have these little hanging racks. Are they over? Yeah, over the door hooks. It's like kid curtains. Okay. They have coffee mugs. They have tumblers with a straw. This is a reusable cutlery set, and it comes with a little storage thing. I have one of those. They have an essential oil kit. They have these kid seats. They have these kid diffusers, kid sheet set, toys. Girl, what are we doing, Audie? What is this? Kid blankets. So this is just kid week right here. So a little shopping cart. Okay. It's a Swedish dishcloth. What is that? Well, yo, I'm gonna make sure I get a paper for next week, because girl, what is this? Alright. I guess I can save my money this week. Can you guess what I'm making? Bet you can't guess. Alright, y'all, here is our body butter. I have to put them in the jars, label them, and we'll be done. Woohoo! Alright, you guys. Here we are yet again. I'm gonna make some heart-shaped regular biscuits, some honey biscuits this time. We're just gonna add a little honey to the old recipe. So, before we mix this up, we're gonna add some honey. Just gonna add however much you feel you wanna add. We're also gonna make a honey butter for the top as well, so be mindful of that. And we're going to mix. All right, y'all, here we are. Preheat the oven 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. Let's see how this goes. Cross your fingers. All right, y'all, in the meantime, while those are cooking, we're gonna make our turkey sausage. I'm gonna spray the pan with some Pam cooking spray. And then we have the ground turkey sausage. So I'm just gonna take some. This is so gross. Yeah. Pretty much make like a patty out of it. I'm gonna oversize the patty because as it cooks, it's gonna shrink. Alrighty. Alright, y'all, so we got a lot of moving pieces today, okay? So I'm gonna do about 4 tablespoons of softened, salted butter, okay? Then we're gonna do some honey. That's maybe about a tablespoon. Y'all. Tell me why these almost burned it. Well, these are some well done biscuits, okay? I definitely think if you're using a baking sheet, it's gonna be different from a baking pan. So, yeah. I think the temperature might have been a little too high. Either way, they're done. We're gonna taste them. We're gonna try them, okay? So, hold on. We're gonna melt our butter. All right, yeah. Melting it is going to be a lot better. These are well done, heart-shaped honey butter biscuits. We tried. Alright, here's the biscuits. Get them layers. Ooh, nice and flaky. You can see the pockets of honey. That is good. This is my turkey sausage and egg whites. And, ooh, look at her. Look how stacked this thing is. I was trying to make them as flat as possible. Y'all seen that, right? But girl, she still shrunk on up. So let's see. Hold on. Hold on. She's good, okay? Well done and all, okay? You get the little crisp because the temperature was a little too high, I think. So you get that crisp just on the edges though. But the inside is just nice and fluffy. And flaky as well. Y'all see those layers. And is everyone watching Love is Blind? I think we all are. If you're not watching it, this will probably be the end of the vlog. But if you are, let's talk about it, okay? I had to purity take notes. I was like, wait. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna just say first and foremost, I think when Love is Blind started out, of course it was a new show, it was a new concept, they didn't know what to expect from it. So I feel like it was more genuine back then, the relationships, the connections and stuff. Now I feel like this is just more so for entertainment purposes only, you know. I think majority of the stuff is put together for the ratings. I will say too, this show is heavily edited. Because I'm sitting here watching episode 1, okay? Probably the beginning of episode 2. These people are starting to say, I love you. I connect with you on such a deep level. We talk about everything. I've told you about such and such and such and such. And I'm like, well, wait, when did this happen? Because I ain't seen it. So, I don't know if they're cutting the stuff because maybe the people don't want certain stuff like, certain stuff that they said like aired about their personal business. But I'm missing the deep conversations. Next thing I know, I love you. I ain't really heard how you falling in love with this person. I haven't heard it. What's going on? Let's start with Matthew. He's a scary individual, honestly. It was weird because the first couple of dates he went on, he was just like, picking them on 1 through 10, picking them on 1 through 15, I'll ask you the question. And then she'll pick the number, he'll ask the question, and then she'll ask the question back, and he's like, oh, well, I didn't really come in here to answer questions. I just wanted to ask you the questions. No, that's not how this works. And so he's so guarded. But then all of a sudden he meets with AD and he just like starts opening up. And I'm just like, well, how did it get to this point? That's why I say like, it's like the necessary things are being edited out. Because I'm like, well, how do we get here? So he's like pouring out his heart to AD. Either way, he gets to his last scene. He's telling the same, he's having the same feelings, he's telling the same things to these two girls. So it's just like, dude, like, they're living together. They're going back and talking about these conversations they're having with y'all. You didn't think these women was gonna compare stories at some point? So either way, girl, when he gets confronted, he's like, well, the cameras are rolling. America's gonna be on my side. I'm not here to be a Z-list celebrity. I'm here for love, but the cameras are rolling. And it's just like, what? Who said anything about being a celebrity, America, the cameras? So that to me just kind of gave like, you are indeed trying to become a Z-list celebrity. So anyway, got him out the way, okay? AD. I love my girl AD, okay? I'm rooting for everybody black, period. And yes, we're gonna get to making it about race. So stay tuned, or not. I don't want to tussle with nobody, okay? But we all see that AD has body yada 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 yada. Okay, we all see that. We all know that at this point. I feel like the camera crew, the producers, every time she's on the screen, they're showing her whole body. And it's like, they're doing it so much to the point, it's just like, I feel like they're trying to take away from her being this intelligent, well-spoken, vulnerable person. I said they're focusing on showing her body as if that's the only thing that makes her attractive. Clock it, okay? But yeah, no, seriously. And then so when they meet up at the resort and everybody comes together and meets, her body is the focus, the center of attention. Okay, I get it for a few minutes, but like the entire night, come on. We're here to get to know each other, be with the person that we're with, not focus on AD and her body. You know what I mean? Trevor is a gentle giant. You would not expect from his appearance that he was as sweet and as gentle and as like Chelsea. Girl, I got about 3 pages on Chelsea. Okay. But let's kind of sum it up. She's way too emotional. I feel like she's one of those here for entertainment. I'm a crybaby too, but every time she's on camera, she's crying. You never know what somebody's been through, so you don't want to like judge people, but she's just like overly emotional. It's just crazy. I think she did it on purpose when she told Jimmy that she looked like Megan Fox, or people say she looked like Megan Fox. I will give her this. She said, they just say that because I have blue eyes and dark hair. I don't think that at all. So don't think that, don't get that in your head, because I don't think that's what I look like. Okay, I get that to you. But she knew. Jimmy is just so simple-minded that if you tell him you look like Megan Fox, oh, he's stuck on you look like Megan Fox. I think his decision was made right there. She didn't have to say nothing else. All he could think of, all he thought of was her looking like Megan Fox. She had him hooked at that point, and I feel like that was kind of like her tactic. And he missed out on potentially being the right one for Jess. They seem like a better couple to me, but I will say I'm glad that she did not get with Jimmy because he expects all this from a woman, but like, you're not telling me how you feel. You're not articulating that. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not doing what you expect me to do for you. So like what? Like, come on. Love Jess. She's straightforward. She's to the point. She's no nonsense. Okay, I love that about her. I do think she probably would have saved herself. Well, he said when she told him she had a kid, at the time he told her it wasn't a deal breaker or anything. I feel like if she probably would have mentioned that sooner, she probably would have saved herself a lot of time. I'm gonna just say that. She could be a little over the top as well. When she got to who do you follow on social media? What? You gotta control who he following on Instagram? Like, that seemed a little crazy, Jess. That seemed a little crazy. But she might have had an experience where her ex was following a bunch of people, hooking up with people on Instagram. You really never know, you know? She was definitely giving it to Jimmy. She was very straightforward with him. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't respond. He just never knew what to say, and it was annoying. Clay, just all around red flag. Right now he has 2 red flags with me. The first one should have been it for AD, but I feel like when you go through thinking that you don't deserve to be loved, anybody that gives you the time, the effort, the ring, you're gonna take it pretty much. And you're gonna deal with it and put up with it. The conversation when they were in the pod, she said she had a connection with Matthew as well. And he got super aggressive. That's a strong word. He got upset about it and raised his voice in a manner that I don't think was appropriate because all of you are here to date each other. So, of course, she would probably have a connection with another man, you know? So that kind of gave me the ick, and I'm like, ugh, that's a red flag. Like, I don't even really know you like that, and you talking to me like you crazy? I wrote it down as it was happening, so I'm gonna just read it. Okay, so I definitely think Chelsea had a better connection with Trevor. She even got them the vibrating bracelets. How, like, she didn't even think about getting something like that for Jimmy. So how and why are you choosing Jimmy? I feel like that choice was more so for entertainment. I will say that. It was for entertainment. Because Trevor is obviously the better pick. You have a better connection with him. You gave him these meaningful gifts, and you picked Jimmy. And it's like when she told Trevor, and he was like, "Well, is there a reason why?" She couldn't even answer the question. What else did he ask? He said, "Well, does Jimmy make you happier?" She couldn't even answer the question. If you can't tell me that this man make you happier than I do, you shouldn't be marrying him. So that kind of, in my mind, made me feel like this might be a little stunt that producers pulled, or like maybe she's really just gullible. Like, I don't know. Laura and Jeremy, I don't remember them in the pods. I'm a little guilty of fast forwarding through some of it, through some of the like pod stuff, but I don't remember seeing them much. I love that Clay was saying, and I feel like like AD said, he's a player. He just like knows the right things to say. But he was saying, AD does have a nice body, but I'm here to be respectful. Like, I'm not here to sexualize her. I'm also trying to get to know her more emotionally, stuff like that. So I thought that was really sweet, really nice, because everybody is sexualizing her, And for him to say that, I was like, I get it, okay. Yeah. Clay's delivery, I feel like he is a straightforward guy. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? And this is his second time saying something out of the way and saying, I'll work on it. That's strike two, Clay. Chelsea. I said she's got to stop. When her and Jimmy are together, every conversation is, are you happy you chose me? Do you regret that you chose me? Every conversation. They don't switch it up. Nothing. Constantly having to like validate her feelings. And he's like, I don't regret my decision. I chose you for a reason. We had this good connection. We had this, we had that. And even though he lied, she know he lying. That's why, like, I guess she trying to convince herself. But it's like, if you feeling like he ain't feeling you, then leave. You know the dude ain't feeling you. But you want to make it all the way to the end of the show. That's just how I feel about it. Also, Laura, I don't like her. I never seen her go into pause and talk to nobody. But when everybody would come back to the women's headquarters, she would always be hopping person to person, going to somebody, telling somebody something, doing this and going to somebody and telling them something. And I was just like, girl, don't you got something else to do? Like, so I never really cared for her character. She seems and she looks older. Jeremy is like 27. He's super young. He's goofy. He likes to joke and laugh and play. Her telling her fiance to go and touch AD inappropriately. She said it was a joke. Name one person in the hood play like that. We don't play like that, girl. And then when her fiance said something to Clay and AD about it, Laura gets upset. He's childish. It was just a joke. No. It was inappropriate. It was not a joke. Anyway. All right, y'all. I forgot. I forgot about, let me refer to my notes. I forgot about Brittany and Kenneth and Amy and Johnny. Amy and Johnny, I'm really loving their dynamic. They just seem so like sweet to each other. They love on each other. I love it. So far, so good with them. Brittany and Kenneth, so far, so good with them. I feel like race will probably be a big issue. Like right now, I feel like they're kind of like in the honeymoon phase of things. And I do love Kenneth and AD's conversation at the resort where they were talking about, of course, their differences. She's going to have to raise Black children. It's a lot of controversy. Y'all going to have to deal with a lot. I loved that they had that conversation. These are the conversations that need to be had, though. And he should definitely at some point be having those with Brittany. So, in the coming up episodes, Brittany talks about how Kenneth is going to like start switching up once they get home. And I'm just like, come on, Kenneth, come on, dog. Don't let us prove them right. You got to finish how you started. He seems kind of like Trevor, just a gentle giant. He seems so gentle. He seems so sweet. He cares. He's attentive. He looks out for Brittany. I just hope he continues that. I do feel like Brittany is really really trying to love him, you know, despite their differences. But I do think they're gonna have some major differences, and it's definitely gonna show once they get into the real world. So that's that on those two, y'all. It's a lot to cover. It's a lot to, it's a lot to cover. It's a lot going on. I don't usually do like show reviews. Like I like talk about it briefly, but like this is like an in-depth review, okay? But y'all let me know some of y'all thoughts on Love is Blind season 6. Whew. The next set of episodes come out tomorrow on the 21st. So let's see.